Hi everybody, it's Julie and happy 2nd of July. 2nd of July. I am going to do a video explaining some of the things about the challenge. I am so excited. We have several new people and we have some that haven't made their journals before in the challenge, but they have joined and are excited to join us this month and actually make their journal. So I'm going to go through and show you some of the items I have chosen for my kit. I do want you to know that tomorrow is our mini challenge in the challenge 7.1. That is Monday, 7/3, so the 3rd of July at 10:30 Pacific Standard Time. We will be live. Now, I am going to write down the questions that people have been asking in the group and answering those. So if you have a question, make sure that you've put it into the special group. You can find that information for the group in the details video. The details videos in the description box down below. So yeah, and don't be, if you have to watch the video more than once, you guys, I've already watched it. I made the video and I've watched it 2 times because I was like, what did I decide for that? But as a huge help for that, Darlene has gone ahead and she has the page. Okay, so I wrote it out. She has put it so that we can print it. Whoops, got an extra. This is part of the new travel kit that's available in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop. I'll be showing you that tomorrow as well. Remember, all the digitals are on sale for 40% off in the Dear Julie Julie Etsy shop through the 10th. Okay, so I like to print this off. It's got all the rules. It's she highlights things that she thinks that we really need to know. Darlene is very detail oriented. She is an awesome proofreader for me. Her and Sheila and Jenna Lee, they go through and they come back. They are all Patreons. So they receive, as they are Diamond or Emerald Patreons, so they receive the information first, and so they'll go through it and help me out to make sure that I've crossed my T's and dotted my I's. I used to be that person, like totally, and I have lost it somewhere. I think I lost it when my mom and dad died. My T's and I's are not as important. So Carrie makes us this one. And you will find this one in the group as well. So here she's got you where you pick your theme. You put down at your 2 Dear Julie Julie digitals. She's got a place for your tools, your element, made, picks, posted. That's awesome. Then finishing here, and then remember, you have to use all these things. So she's just written them down and put an X and your materials list, because you're picking 15 from the list of 20. And so Darlene has given you the list of 20 in her list. Okay, so this one here, and it goes on to the next page, but you pick your 15 from there and you can write them in here. And so that is the one from Carrie. I use both of these. They're different and they work really well for me. So especially because I'm answering questions sometimes on the go, I can just grab this and hopefully it will help refresh my memory as to what the answer is going to be. You guys, some of the questions, the answers don't come out until the first couple of days. And that's why I'm going to answer the questions tomorrow. I might be able to answer your questions as I go through some of the items that I have in my possibility kit. Okay, so these are things that I'm possibly going to use. And so we're going to start with my materials, okay? Because that's what I really need in my kit, is my materials and my and then my supplies, which I'm still working on. But I have this junk mail that I have been collecting. I knew that I wanted black pages, black papers, for this, and then for something else I'm going to do. And then I also wanted the green. So, so I have those. Then I have some other things in here. This has some cute pictures in it. Oh, and I love this. So there's a waterfall. It's just an idea to remember. And so that's in there. So that is my junk mail. Then I have, next is magazine. And you guys, this is the only Victoria magazine that I could find. And my plan was to use my Victorian magazines. And I don't know where I've put them. I know that they are not gone. But I just thought with their tea and their stuff, that it's from my mom's stuff. Look at the red truck. Oh, look at the pinafores. Cool. So anyway, so picking a magazine. And remember, even a more modern to date magazine, you might be able to find things in. I am going to consider Ideals magazine a magazine, because it is an Ideals magazine is what they called it. So there you go. So that gives you a couple of ideas. Packaging, I've pulled these out. I actually have more, but these I've pulled out to possibly use. I have, oh, here, I have these right here that I wanted in my box. Okay. Wrapping paper. So you can have wrapping paper that is folded wrapping paper. It can be used wrapping paper. It can be like the deco sheets of wrapping paper. So I have quite a plethora of wrapping paper. It could be wrapping paper on rolls. So again, it can be used. It can be new that is hanging around your house. Okay, remember I said when I consider junk, I consider junk that is like trash type of junk or things that most people would throw away. But I also consider those things that we keep, and that you know, like the bag that your gift came in. Okay, your bag that your gift came in, and we keep those, right? So some of us do. Okay, so wallpaper. Now these are from a wallpaper sample book. Okay, so I haven't had time to go through and find out the one that really fits what I'm doing. But then I remembered I had wallpaper border. And I'm really thinking that this is probably the one. So, yeah. And then you can cut out the pieces. So like I can cut out the rows, I can cut out all, you know, just cut out the pieces, or I can use it as page, whatever. But yeah, so wallpaper borders count. So it can be a roll, it can be flat again. Then we have a box or cardboard, and I don't have any, right, I thought I had, well, okay, so I want to remind you that, you know, cardboard can give you a stamp, okay? Cardboard can give you a stamp, so box or cardboard. Also, cereal box to make the cover if you need it, or some kind of box to make your cover, or your cover panel, so cardboard. I'll put that in with my tools just so it doesn't get lost. Then we have a book. Now I have this book, and I'm thinking this might be the one I might use. Ooh, I really like the inside. I think I want to read this. I have a bunch of books that I've done that I want to read and haven't gotten to read yet. Oh, look at, there's a Kleenex that they use this as a bookmark. I think we're going to have to use that. I'm putting that in my box over there. We'll have to make something out of that since it was in my book. Okay, so, but it doesn't look like anybody's read this book, you guys. And then you can, on your book, you can use anything that came in it. So like the other day I got a book and it had the Valentines in it. So I could, if I use that book, I could use the Valentines. The tip-in that I did the other day on the red, white, and blue that had the Home Sweet Home thing on it, that was in a book that I got at the Goodwill. And so then you can use the book pages, and you can use the cover. Isn't that cool? Yeah. Yep. So. Okay, so next we have envelope. Any envelopes. Okay, and I have, this is a book page that I had. Okay, so any envelopes. This I've got church envelopes and I've got a stamp envelope. I'm going to put those in that box so because they're little. Okay, a calendar. Okay, and you notice that calendar is on two places because there is a place I need you to use a calendar, and there is, then I wanted you to have the option of using a calendar. So this is calendar that I had, one of the calendars I've picked out. I don't know if I'm going to use it, but I like that page. So, yeah. So, it's a Lang Graphics from 1996. And beautiful, beautiful pictures. Okay. So, and then you can use your calendar to make anything that you need to make. This paper right here is so nice. Oh my gosh. I like it. Now, one of the things about using calendar is if you're doing a waterfall, okay, and you can have one page of your calendar numbers upright and one part of your calendar upright, and then you can cover this with something else. Or if it's like the middle of it, it's going to open up, the middle of your waterfall, it's going to open up and you will have all that. And then of course the back side, this would be down, pasted down or glued down, so you wouldn't see that it was upside down. So that might be something that I might be doing this time, just to show you that idea. Okay. Let's see. Next I have garment, and I happen to have this. You guys remember the slip? Well, this is some of the slip dyed with avocado dye. So I might, if I use the slip, then I might use this as my dyed. I'm going to put it over there because that's dyed. Then, I don't know if you guys remember this, but I used this shirt. I used the sleeves and the bottom of this shirt, or a sleeve, nope, the sleeves, and the bottom of this shirt in a different journal. It's got the little pieces of beads and stuff. I think this is going to be a good one for me to use. And then, I still have this piece of the neck here. It was really short. It was a really short shirt. So, yeah. So I think I'm going to use it. It's double. It's junk. It should be thrown away. But I can use it for that. So that is probably going to be my garment. I think it's going to work really well. Remember, my two digitals are going to be the new digitals. I'm going to use the new Peach Rose Marie Mayhem. Okay, this is what I made in the VIP, and I am going to use, if you were in the VIP, one of your perks is you get to use what you made in the VIP. And you don't have to count any of the things that we put in there. Okay, so if you added ribbon, like I added ribbon here to make this tab, that's on my big goodie there, you know, then if you did the VIP and you've shown it to us, you can use your VIP. I'm using mine. Okay. I don't want you to have 20 journals sitting on your desk like I do. Literally, there's at least 13 journals here. Okay, let's move those back over. So that's my garment. Possibly might be using the slip. Okay, then this is my linen. It is a curtain valance. You guys have seen it before. It has these fun little roses on them. And so I thought I would go ahead and bring that back and use that. It also has this big piece here. And I have this up here. So, yeah. So watch how I use the valance as my linen. And, yeah. Okay. Next we have tissue or pattern paper is on the list. I haven't picked any out yet. So regular tissue paper. And you guys, you pick 15. You can use all 20. Okay? But you need to make at least 15. Use 15 with your 15 embellishments. But you can use all 20 of these materials. Okay, so tissue paper or pattern paper. That is like sewing pattern paper. Okay, so the tissuey sewing pattern paper. Number 13 is packing paper. So I have some Amazon packing paper. And I have the cool packing paper that my doll was packed in. And I've saved that for many, many years. Okay, next we have broken jewelry. I have this, and I have repaired it a few times. I've given up. So, yeah, so it's gonna go in, and then I might pull out a couple other things. Now remember, your mini challenge and the challenge, those are going to give you other things that you can use in your journal. Just so you know. Okay, so broken jewelry, one piece, one pair of earrings this time. If you have a pair of earrings, broken necklace, broken bracelet. If you have a necklace that has like 5 strands of stuff, then yeah, you can use that. Remember that, like the bracelets that have the little things hanging off that I use all the time, that would be great. Okay, so the next thing is playing cards. There is an S on cards. There was an S on envelopes. So you can use as many as you want. I definitely want to use that one, probably. So I've picked out some cards to use. These, you remember these from the Poppy journal. So I don't know which ones I'll use, but I need to use playing cards. So that gave me some playing cards. And then napkins, and I had purchased these. I think this one will be the one I probably will use, since now I've lost my... I don't know what I did with the journal, but anyway, yeah. So napkins, and you can use as many, and you can use different ones. And I recommend you use the whole napkin so that you don't end up with scraps. And next is buttons. And if you have buttons that are on something already, you may use them. so that we can get them out of our stash. So I have these, and I think the colors are perfect, and I'm going to go ahead and use those. So the next thing was a gift bag or box. At this time, I haven't found the right gift bag for this, or a gift box. And then I have other and other. So, you know, other and other, that's just you being able to bring in something that you really want to use in your journal. But remember, it has to be used in an embellishment to share. So possibly like some flowers might be a good one as an other. And I'll tell you what, you bring in your package of flowers. Okay, so I have a package of flowers. So if I bring in the flowers as my other, then I can use these all through. Okay, or this can go in as a supply. Okay, if you're not going to use it as one of your 15 for your other. Okay, because I was trying to make sure that you had enough things to make something beautiful. Okay, so and then of course you can use any other junk that you have. We're going to go over more junk in another video this week. So let's move on to what your bases must include. Okay, so dyed. If you have tea bags, you guys, they are dyed. If you have a dryer sheet, you can stick it in the end of the coffee and dye it, and you have a dyed dryer sheet. Of course, dyed paper, coffee dyed paper, onion dyed. You can, with your dyed paper, you can emboss it on a placemat. You can emboss it with or you can do the plastic and have all the fun stuff. So that would be dyed. Okay, so those are some ideas for dyed. Bubbles. So if you have bubble packaging, bubble wrap, you blow bubbles and make your paper. I have a digital kit called Pansies, and it has all the bright colors where I blew bubbles and I made paper. It was at a retreat. It was a online retreat, and we blew bubbles that had dye in them in a box and with our paper down, and it was really fun. And I did a video on that a long time ago. So next we have wrinkles. So I happen to have some old bags, a variety of different old bags, and so I thought, oh, those are wrinkled. I could maybe use those. Well, Tom this week, for the candy that he brought when he did the grocery shopping, he bought Rolos, and these are wrinkled, and I think I'm going to use those. Okay, and then I'm gonna use them throughout, and they're trash, they're junk, which I really want to use as much junk as I can. Next we have textured. Okay, so a doily would be textured. So wanting to bring in a doily. I have this one that I think I want to use. Okay, next we have textured. So if you have handmade paper, this might be a place that you can use your handmade paper. Okay, we'll put those out of the way. Wow, I'm going to have a lot to clean up. Let's see, roll or folded. So that is where you have to roll up your paper, or you're going to fold it. It's something that was already folded. Or roll. So actually we are rolling. So like if you did like the Declaration of Independence and you pulled out the scroll and you had a roll here and a roll here, that's what I was going for. Roll here, roll here. Or rolling and making beads. Okay, folded. that is, you know, some kind of fancy fold that then you unfold it, fold it, unfold it. That's what I was thinking there. Noisy paper or something noisy would be any of those things I just had. It could be some cellophane. It could be noisy paper, which I use parchment paper, deli paper, or the old paper that was in between all my dad's acetate. Let's see, we already did texture because I skipped. Mystery or hidden, you're going to just, that's your base has something about it that you can't just tell it does that right when you look at it, okay? So like a hidden journaling card or a hidden paper clip. Envelope is obviously an envelope, and I have this one that when it died, it closed itself. So I have that. Then map, and I have this one, but I do already have a map in the journal map page. Calendar, yes, calendar was on 2 places, and that's because I wanted to make sure that you had a calendar to use for this part. But you do need to make 2 different, or you do need to use calendar in 2 different places if calendar is one of the 15 you chose for material, okay? So this one, I just have a little calendar here, and I've already used a piece of that in the journal that I made during the VIP, okay? Bag can be a treat bag, it can be a lunch bag, it can be one of those bags I just showed you, a grocery bag, it can be the big bags like you buy, reusable bags. You can use it and make any embellishment, you know, for your, well, make it for your embellishment. But remember, any of these things, you can use them anywhere else in your journal. So if you decided you're going to use a reusable grocery bag and you only use this much of it on your embellishment because you wanted to use some of it for your cover, that's okay, okay? You've introduced it here as a bag, and then you can use it anywhere in your thing. So paper pad, I have 2. I don't know which one I want to use yet. So I have this one. Okay, it's got quite a variety of things in it. It's got pullouts, all the different things. It's got these. I love these. I think they would be beautiful in this journal. But I have to decide if I need bigger papers. So if I need bigger papers, this might be what I need. Okay, so I have this, and I'm liking this one very much. So this is the Coral Couture stack. It is, I don't know who it's in, from Provo. Oh, DCVW, Die Cuts with a View. It's old. I've had this for a long time. It needs to get used. So there is that. And then your scrap paper. So you pull out your scrap box, and so number 13, 14, and 15, you're using scraps. Okay? You're using scrap papers that you have left over from other things. If you don't have a scrap box, then you can pick a paper and use it for 13, one for 14, one for 15. This can be any kind of paper. So you might have 3 small pieces left over of ledger paper in your thing. So you've got, say you've got a piece like this, and maybe you have a piece that's like this, and maybe you have like a long strip, and that would be your 3 pieces. And now you've introduced them, and you only have to use one of the 3 pieces. The other 2 can go into your kit, and you can use them somewhere else. Okay, and that's just so that you can make things cohesive. Okay, so my other possibility that I might bring in is an old scrapbook that I have, okay, that it really needs to get used. This would be the perfect type of journal to use this. I'm still looking for, I just have to decide. Yes, it does match. Okay. So, having to have a cover. Okay. So, bringing in something that needs to be used. This is my other. Right here. This is my other. Okay. It just has the page. I've used the pages before and things. But I think I can, like, add another page to this and have this be a signature that can go between two pages, or it could be a little booklet that sits like in the middle of one of the things. Remember, you get to make any type of journal, and I think this would give me a different type, and then figuring out how we could do this. And I will be using this. I still will be using this, but I'll be taking it apart now, probably, and using things like this will go into a pocket, because I want to make a diary, a journal, one like a scrapbook diary journal thing. Okay, and I just think that that front is going to match really, really well. Okay, so let's see. I think that is going to be a great match. And then I can bring in some blue. Okay, so an idea for number 20 is your other can be something, a scrapbook or a binder. Okay, I know, like one of those cookbook binder type things. Yeah, let's go there. Let's go there. It's all about the junk. It's finding the stuff that's in your stash that you can use. So, just posting like a picture of her with some photo corners. Very cool. I'm more excited about this. I think this size is going to be much better for what I want to do for her. And yeah, so there you go. Okay, so I showed you the materials that I've picked. And remember, you can do all 20. You will need 15 to be able to make your thing, but you'll have 5 more spots that are things that you can use in your journals to enhance or embellish those 15. So remember, you need to have 60 pages. That is counting them like this: 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. So if you have a page like this that you're putting into your journal, it is 4 pages. 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you're taking 15 pages like this, you'll have your 60. But if you glue any of them together, you might lose a page or two. So, but when you're done, you need 60 pages front and back. So 1, 2, 3, 4, just like that. Okay? Again, tomorrow we will have our mini challenge in the challenge. It is a required element for this journal, for this challenge. And it will give you a couple other things you can add into your kit if you want to. And I'm excited. I think this is going to be a really, really fun challenge. I'm excited to see so many people join. And I'm so excited to see so many people back and how excited everybody is. So I did tried to make it, I don't want to say easy. It's still challenging, but there are components to it that do make it a great challenge for the summer when you have other things to do. There's a lot of things that you're going to be able to just do a little bit here and there and still feel like you got a lot done. Okay? So thank you all. Don't forget, Marie is Peach, Peach, Rose, Marie, Mayhem. Peach, Rose, they're calling her Peach, or they're calling her Rosemary. Peach, Rose, Marie, Mayhem is the name of the journal kit. It has, it ended up with 54 pages, and it includes advertising pages in it that are really cool. And hopefully I will get a full flip through of the kit and everything and get it up on Instagram and here in a story. Okay, there you go. Find something to celebrate every day. Have an amazing day. I'll see you tomorrow, and we'll be live 10:30 Pacific Standard Time with our mini challenge in the challenge. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.